no peace.
No justice,
No peace.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Woo! Alright, thank y'all for that. So, welcome everybody. My name is Jess. I also go by Jessica. I'm a member from the Bridges/Fuentes, the Justice Collective in the Southeast Side. Woo! So, I want to start off by saying thank you all so much for coming out. We know it's hot. We know it's Sunday. So, we really appreciate y'all coming out here, especially in this bike ride, because this month we're dedicating this bike ride for Vanessa and Breonna. So, like countless of Black and brown women, they dedicated their lives to serving this country. And despite Breonna's work as an EMT and Vanessa's active Army duty, their uniforms afforded them no protection. They were murdered and there has been no justice since. In this ride, we want to make sure their stories are remembered, their names are uplifted, and their stories are not forgotten. And we want to make it clear that we will not tolerate this state violence, or of any kind, or any kind of violence against women. So, in order to make this ride successful, I'm going to go over some safety regulations. So, marshals, raise your hands.
Most people, marshals, okay, you need a vest. Who needs marshals? Who need vests? Come up here.
Yes, your marshal will be wearing vests. So one, please listen to the marshal. We're just trying to make sure we have a safe ride, that we don't get run over, we don't get hit by these cars. We're just trying to stay as a group. So, hand signal. Open hand just means stop. And then we'll start waving our hats or something. We'll start waving our hands when we want everyone to slow down. So that's one. Other thing, our safe word is April. If you can, if you're ahead of us or if you see something coming up behind us, please point out obstacles, potholes, cars, oncoming traffic that like we can't see from the side. Help the marshals out. If you see something, say something. Stay off your phone and watch what's happening in front of you. Things like that. Two other announcements. If you don't want, we have a couple of reporters and photographers with us. If you're uncomfortable with having your photo public, please let us know. And we'll make sure that we just want to make sure we're respecting people's privacy here. And then the other thing is that we have 2 shuttles for the end of this protest. We have one at Edgar's Grove, which is going to be right after this ride. And then we have the other shuttle coming at Washington about 45 minutes afterwards. So, not sure how y'all were planning how to get back here, but we do have these 2 shuttle options available. So, cool. Any questions, comments, concerns? Oh yes, okay. So one of the reasons why we have a shuttle to Washington is because right now the LSC is going to vote tomorrow to remove officers from their schools. And so this is a youth-led protest back in Washington that we wanted to show support of, which is why the shuttle's there. So if y'all ain't tired from this protest, y'all have more energy, and want to go support these youth, we invite you all to join us there at the end of this protest. Okay? Cool. I'm going to run with a couple chants and then we'll start this ride.
I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to talk
Never mind.
Update.
Okay, y'all, we're about to leave. I'm going to talk to the cameras here, so the sound will be going this way. But we're here because, violence is both from the state. We condone all forms of violence, but we have to understand that when we don't create systems of safety, then we're going to continue to have these cycles of violence, right? And so if we defund certain things, if the state defunds education, if the state defunds healthcare, we are going to perpetuate these cycles of violence. And so what we are demanding, and what I'll speak more about, is the creation of systems of safety, not of punishment. Because that is the only way we are going to uproot and really, really stop this structural violence that we are facing. So, one more minute, and we're going to get riding. All right, so how do you want me to do this?
First, let me get your name and proper spelling.
Sure. My name is...
Excuse me.
Here, my name is Vanessa. I'll just give you my first name.
Sure.
Vanessa.
Cool. Vanessa, who are you representing? Your organization?
Bridges Fuentes, Justice Collective of the Southeast.
What's going on today?
So today we have our second second of what is going to be a monthly, every month we're going to have bike rides. This is our second one. This one we are dedicating to women. We are dedicating to Breonna Taylor. We are dedicating to Vanessa Guillen, two women who, as essential workers, we all are essential, but as, let's say more formally, institutionally essential, their lives were not treated with dignity nor respect, right? And we are told this is the path to follow. If you follow this path, the state will protect you. And where was the state? Where were those systems of supposed safety? They're not there. And so what we here are saying is that, like countless brown and black women who dedicated their lives to serving this country, despite Breonna's work as an EMT and Vanessa's active Army duty, their uniforms afforded them no protection, no respect, and no justice. They were murdered by two extensions of state-sanctioned violence, the police and the military. On the southeast side, we wonder why our youth are given only these two options: street violence or state violence. Join a gang or join the army. We wonder how we can trust police to protect and save us, especially women, when the backlog for rape kit analysis in Illinois is 2 years, when less than 6% of sexual assault or rape violations accusations are even followed through on, when teenagers are incarcerated for killing their abusers, and we are deported for seeking help from the police for domestic violence. We wonder why an SRO with over 50 misconduct violations, including one for domestic violence, is allowed to keep serving as a police officer in George Washington High School, while black and brown students face immediate and disproportionate threats of juvenile detention for a single incident. We are trying to solve violence fostered by the state with state violence. And we have seen the situations in our community get worse. This is a bike ride vigil through the southeast side for Breonna and for Vanessa. We want to make sure their stories are remembered, their names are uplifted, and we make clear that we do not tolerate state violence or any type of violence against our communities. Thank you.
Vanessa, can I just make another question? Are you seeing, with everything that's happened, going back, all the instances, all these incidents happening, is there an increased desire for people to get out and protest now?
I think the moment is being felt, right, that the things are possible. Things are always possible if we organize, right? And so that is what we are seeing. We are seeing that other people are realizing what is the strength in our unity, right? Unity is struggle, right? We have struggle and unity. We have struggle and unity. We have unity and struggle, but our unity is our power as well. And so we take from that struggle, and I think people are realizing now more than ever, maybe more, the intersectionality of our struggles. And that's why you are seeing this unified uplift.
Because of this wokeness, are you seeing these protests strike more and get people more in tune with what you're fighting for?
Every action hopes to be transformative, yes. And so we do strive that with every action, we can really communicate and the world we wish to see, and the possibilities and the power we have as a community to create these systems of safety that we know we need. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, let's ride!
Everybody's fired up. Right? Yeah.
We are going to be following this Unity in Struggle truck. So our first stop isn't too far away, so nice slow roll. We're going to be going straight down Commerical and then making a left around 91st. So easy first ride.
You don't have to ride the brakes, but you can go fast though.
Who's going to be in front?
Hey.
She got me again.
She got you. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Okay, you ready?
We're ready. Let's go.
There they go, guys. They headed towards Edgar Grove.